Hi, I'm Deb Helfrich, the creator of the hashtag wellbeing philosophy, Entercation Empire. Look, I am a degreed philosopher from Carnegie Mellon. I have a lot to talk about as far as a new definition of humanness, solving the hard problem of consciousness, giving us better definitions of chronic disease and mental illness and neuro complexity. We are living in a world where we don't even have the faintest idea how to think about the massive potential of every human life. We've allowed this world to exist where billions have never had access to clean water, adequate nutrition, secure shelter. I am here to figure out how to stand on stage using stand-up philosophy, the sister act to regular old stand-up comedy, where we get people talking, using Socratic dialogue, figuring out how to fix the world in all of our various daily lives. This is about life-centric thinking. Now, in the world that we live in, nobody has more than a 3-second attention span, maybe a 4. The pandemic has altered how we interact with each other, what we can do, and it set people like me who were running around the game of, sorry, it's a public space. I can't really help the fact that people walk by. Nor can I help the fact that my dog actually is suffering from the toxic mold exposure that I am, and she has an extraordinarily large social distancing need to keep her nervous system from overreacting. Londolozi is a movie I want to create to demonstrate a number of my theories about racial harmony and the fact that we have to figure out how to stop getting skin twisted in order for us to be able to solve things like global warming, plantation capitalism, privileged democracy. These are civilizational level problems that require all of us to think clearly about the preciousness of human life force and all life force. We are interconnected with everyone, every bit of life. We know for a fact we just do not take care of the bees and we are in trouble. And in fact, Deborah is Hebrew for bee. All right, on to Londolozi. Here's the intro. Can two college pals, damn it. I am somebody demonstrating adult onset autism. And I'm somebody who has been destitute for a year, homeless for 6 months. I don't know what the world wants from me. I need help. And I've been sitting here for 5 hours, typing my heart out on LinkedIn, pro bono, as I've done for 6 years. And I am going to die of the preventable cause that nobody will invest in me. So it gets a girl up in her feelings a little bit. And now maybe let's see, can I read from my little notes? Okay, can two college pals teach the world about racial harmony and vibrant health while on a location scout in Londolozi Safari in Southern Africa? This is a movie about instigating our fully equitable future. Here's the thing, we've got to not continue getting skin wrong if we have any chance of fixing everything. So this is a movie about uniting extremes. The two lead protagonists are college pals. Extremes. Male, female, white, black, successful, failure. And what we're trying to do is demonstrate global unity in the framework of what's occurred to our species. As we've tried to deal with the pandemic using faulty paradigms and old school strategies. I mean, I'm sorry. I want to just take a minute here. This doesn't add up. We're not looking at things clearly because why are we also not wearing masks? It's not an airborne virus. Yeah, you don't want to get sneezed or coughed on. I'm not saying these should go extinct. What I am saying, in no uncertain terms, is that having gloves on our hands would stop the vast majority of the transmission. We are picking up things that others have touched. That is the crucial problem. That means that until we open up, until somebody is willing to stand on a stage and say something differently, we just are not going to be able to figure out how to do things differently. So, back to Londolozi. Okay, so the location scout is because me and my college pal are looking to go find an African screenwriter, a line producer, probably a cinematographer as well. And so we're going to go hang out, do some work. Well, just days after arriving at Londolozi on the location scout, the world falls into the abyss. All seasonal sunlight flu. That's right, the baddie in this movie, which I created prior to COVID. This is a movie that was born June 2019 and submitted to Ron Howard's Imagine Impact Incubator for a date timestamp on the internet. All seasonal sunlight flu is an affliction where people get sick for 5 days, well for 2 days, sick for 5 days, well for 2 days, sick for 5 days, well for 2 days. All of a sudden, sick leave goes extinct, financial chaos ensues, and no one's really talking about how to improve our immune systems. The data's out there. It's actually immunocompromised people with multiple conditions who are having an incredibly challenging time. Why are we not also having people talk about the basics of human well-being and not sell us more products, more supplements that we just piss out, sell us more this, that, and the other thing? No, let's just talk about being healthy. Using all of the synthesis of all of the bleeding edge science, we will come up with an entirely different set of basic health principles. That's what hashtag wellbeing philosophy is all about. And that's why I'm creating this Education Empire, to share documentaries, to stand up and create this feature film. So the two college pals unable to travel out of Africa decide to do some Sherlocking and discover how African ancestral health practices inform a much better strategy for dealing with pandemics, both health and civilizational level. So let me give you a few lines about Londolozi from my website. Okay. While the world suffers from the economic peril of all seasonal sunlight flu, will a midlife, odd couple, partners in creativity duo, comprised of both extremes of skin color, uncover how melanin is the key to uniting humanity? Can our pair, while on a location scout at Londolozi in Southern Africa, uncover an African original antidote for the global affliction of all seasonal sunlight flu? This is crossing the fifth element, but in a radically unexpected body who travels to the world of Black Panther, arriving in actual Botswana, not make-believe Wakanda, on a wrinkle-in-time journey where science plus love saves human lives. Real life thickens the plot. Our lead protagonists are college pals, just past 50. He's a successful Black actor and she's a destitute philosopher. We journey just as all seasonal sunlight flu starts to impact financial centers around the globe. As sick leave dissipates and productivity plummets, our pair, on creative retreat at Londolozi Game Reserve, discover evolutionary truths uniting equatorial-hued and Arctic-hued humans that will update the world's conversations on racism, global warming, and how to recreate a life-centric civilization on Earth. Londolozi aims to portray America as a state of regressive human progress from the well-being angle, while Africa is poised to gain the world's attention as the cradle of the next phase of civilization. All right. Here's the themes: uniting extremes, celebrating humankind's many everyday evolutionary superpowers like skin color. Melanin is so crucial to our overall well-being. And what we need to do is stop going around judging people and doing all this stuff and actually do the science to understand how do we figure out how people get optimal sunlight exposure. That's what's causing so very many of the chronic disease burdens that exist in the Black community in the US of hypocrisy, lack of sunlight, given what they need to support the functioning of their skin. More themes. America taxes both the failures and the successes. Our toxicity, the toxicity of our thoughts on race, health, and wealth are blinding us to the immense amount of heart we all share, except when we're fearful for our survival. Sunlight is good medicine. So is music, dance, and love. There are many more flavors of love than just romance. And I've been after a decade of chronic disease. The human body is capable of doing astounding things in pursuit of health. And in 2021, the canary in the coal mines, it's our polar bears on invisible ice. It's time we all wake up and change how we're thinking, using life-centric thinking to figure out how to unite as one species to save all humans across every nook and cranny of Earth. This has been Deb Helfrich. This has been a full-on stand-up philosophy Socratic monologue. All the good, all the bad, all the challenges, all the truths. Life is a lot more complex than we're allowing. And we need to learn about the majesty of consciousness, the ability of every human when they're allowed to express who they are, what is deep in their body, mind, and soul. That's what we're all born to do, and we have lived in a civilizational framework for approximately 500 years that does nothing but take human life force and consider it labor in plantation capitalism. It's a truly heinous civilization with environmental toxicity and pollution taking all of us down in so many ways. It's time to change everything, and we need all hearts on deck to make that happen. Harmony. This has been Deb Helfrich, hashtag RedheadedSheHulk. I'm also the founder of hashtag Wellbeing Philosophy, the world's first stand-up philosopher. Harmony.